I need you to promise me that you're going to start a YouTube channel in 2026, because the fact that you clicked this tells me that you want to start a YouTube channel. Or maybe you already have, but you haven't been taking it seriously. Maybe you started a YouTube channel a while ago and you quit. But the fact is, if you want that dream, you want to grow your own brand, your own business, whatever it is on YouTube, it won't come unless you start, unless you give yourself a chance to post content and see what happens. Listen, I've worked with dozens of creators. I've seen studio dashboards with tens of thousands of dollars in revenue, and I've seen businesses that are completely changed from YouTube content. But you know what comes before that? The decision to post, the decision to create videos even when they underperform. All of the top creators that I've worked with who have these large channels, who have made it, they didn't start out getting hundreds of thousands of views per video. No, they were maybe getting 1, 2, 100, not many, that's for sure. But they gave themselves the chance to keep going, to try, to see what would happen. And they put in the reps to eventually reach their goals. The truth is that most people overcomplicate YouTube. Sometimes even I overcomplicate it. And I literally teach people how to do YouTube for a living. I have for the last 4 years. So when it comes to that, like knowing that I'm the person who's teaching people and I overcomplicate it, I'm not surprised that you probably do too. The fact of the matter is, one thing and one thing alone matters when it comes to growing a YouTube channel: consistency. You can overcomplicate it and look at things like packaging and retention and this and that, but if you can't nail consistency, none of the other stuff actually matters. Now listen, there are people who post videos once a month, but they're consistent. They post once a month, every single month. There are creators who decide that their consistency is posting weekly. Now, it depends on what your content's about, and it depends on what your niche is. Not everyone can get away with those monthly videos. I completely get that. But as long as you're consistent on YouTube, you give yourself a chance to compete with the top dogs. I heard a quote this week. It was from Stephen Bartlett on his Behind the Diary show, and he was talking about how one of his friends wasn't very good at this game they were playing, right? He was consistently ranked the lowest out of all of his 5 friends. But what he did is he went up to his friend and he said, just remind yourself after every single round, after every single rally, that the fact that you did that rally, the fact that you showed up made you a better player. I think a lot of the time we get in our own heads and we tell ourselves when the videos underperform that we're not good creators, we're not going to make it, whatever it is. But I honestly think that if you can master consistency, and after every single rep, every single time you put out a video, you remind yourself that you're getting better, you're getting closer to your goal, you'll get there so much faster. Early on when I was trying to grow on YouTube, man, I told myself so many times that I was behind. My video got 150 views, 50 more than average, and nope, it's not good enough. It's not at 10,000 views. It's not at 1 million views. And you know what that did? It demotivated me from wanting to make the next video, which ultimately sets me so much farther back than just posting another video at the lower viewership level. For example, if you want to play in the NBA, you're going to have to lose thousands of games. I mean, listen, I'm a huge fan of ice hockey, right? And my team was the best team in the entire NHL last year. And you know what the truth is? They lost about a quarter of their games last year, and they were still the best team. The best of the best in these sports, the best of the best on YouTube, they lose all the time. They lose all the time, but they've gotten into a habit of trying to improve, trying to understand what caused them to lose, how they can be better next time, and that's what makes them win. Back when I used to beat myself up for not being farther along when, truthfully, I was doing better than I gave myself credit for, all that served to do was take me out of the game. And if you take yourself out of the game, you're never going to get those results. The fact of the matter is, every time I've given up on YouTube, every time I've quit, every time that I've, decided it wasn't for me, the truth is it created a huge what if in my head. What if I could do it? What if I just gave up on the biggest opportunity in my life? And looking back now that I've built the channel to 150,000 subs, now that I've made a living from YouTube for the last 4 years, you want to know the truth? That what if was right. Because if I'd given up on YouTube, if I hadn't have posted that next video that got 150 views, I would never be here right now. So coming back to the promise, I need you to promise me that this year you finally take a chance on yourself. You finally take a risk and see what happens, because honestly, man, even if it doesn't work out, you're going to learn so much and you're going to become a better creator because of it. The fact that you showed up, the fact that you put in those reps and you tried means a lot more than the results you get out of it. So 2026 is the year. Are you going to rise to the challenge or not?